mean the little string, thin like this. Very thin.
Hey everyone.
Like this.
All right, I'm just gonna add going live now on hi. Hello. How are you all doing? I'm just gonna go live on TikTok as well. Thanks for joining me. I was a little behind today because I went to Marshall's and just for like socks, and then I ended up doing all these other stuff. You know, Sundays for worship and errands. Hi. Hello. So I wanted to actually, hi on TikTok. How are you all doing? Oh, so TikTok. So TikTok, I'm actually going to, we're going to cover the limiting beliefs that I just posted on Reels. Hey, I'm glad you could join me. I kept changing the time. But, so we're just going to do the belief blasting workshop today. So if you watched the previous Reel that I posted or TikTok that I just posted, oh, thank you. I covered 10 questions to ask yourself to help get rid of your limiting beliefs in business and in life too. So these are 10 questions you should run those beliefs through. So if you did part 1 where you identified what's blocking you from your success, this way now together we can go through the questions together. So grab a notebook and pen, and we're going to go over one belief that is blocking you from business success, that you feel like that's going to block you from your business success in February or March or for this quarter. So grab your pen and paper, paper and pen, and we're going to go through the 10 questions together, and I'll elaborate on the 10 questions so then you can use this template to go through and blast all your business blocks, like the beliefs that are keeping you blocked in business, essentially. So the science behind your beliefs, it's really simple, and this is why it's important that you start working on your limiting beliefs. Your beliefs determine the information that you seek, right? And it determines the actions that you take, which determine your success in business. Hi. So if you don't believe that you're actually going to be successful in business, you're going to continue to procrastinate on setting up your website, right? You're going to not really want to post on Instagram or Twitter every day, right? So your beliefs are linked to your success because your beliefs impact the actions that you actually take. So you think that if you don't believe that you're going to be successful, really deep down inside, then you're not going to do what it takes to actually be successful. So beliefs are really the things before you launch your Facebook ads, before you buy a Shopify theme, before you do anything, you need to start working on the beliefs that are going to impact your business. Because you'll notice if you really believe that Instagram or TikTok is the platform that's going to bring you traffic and help you build your business, then you're going to be more excited to post on TikTok. You're going to do the research necessary to, exactly. you're going to do the research necessary to post what's going to go viral or what's going to do well. So I believe that going live is the key to getting you the information necessary for you to make a decision whether or not you're going to join me and get your shift together boot camp. So I decided to do my little hair, do my makeup, and go live with you, because I believe that this is the necessary information that you need to make a decision whether to join me for 5 days. If I didn't believe that going live would help you make the decision to join me, I would be watching The Real Housewives right now and eating the random bag of peppermint candy that I bought at Marshall's. So, beliefs matter. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So beliefs do matter. So today, and then the science behind your beliefs. So when we're growing up, when you were born up till the age of 7 years old, your brain was basically a sponge. And based on your experiences and the people around you, your brain started to create neural pathways. So you have different neural pathways for all the different actions in your life, for how you feel, for excitement, for sadness. You trained your brain to feel certain things when certain things happen. And a lot of these trainings were from your parents and people around you, right? So right now, you're trying to start a business in your 20s and 30s, but you're using your 6-year-old brain. So when you feel nervous, you're using the neural pathway that your 6-year-old self created to feel nervous. Now you're trying to make sales, but you're still feeling the same fear and nervousness that you felt when you had to go to the playground to make new friends. So it's important that you start to train your brain now in your 20s and 30s, because that is what's going to make you successful in business. You're building your business brain now. And the first part of it is getting rid of those old limiting beliefs that were created when you were a kid. Your beliefs from being a kid aren't going to help you now as an adult. They're actually limiting you. So in terms of nervousness speaking live or public speaking, nervousness in spending money for your business, like you really have to start shifting how you spend your money. In fact, the word spending is a difference now. When you're spending in your business, you're actually investing. Your business expenses are there to help you grow. So, how you're so used to saving as a kid, putting everything in your piggy bank? That kind of goes out the window when you start a business, because you're going to start spending a lot more upfront, investing a lot more in front. And then a lot of times you're not going to see an immediate return on the money that you invested in your business until later on down the line. So for me, I invested almost like $250,000 in my practice, but I was able to make that and double that last year. But it took a year before I was able to get a return on the investment of my certification, of my mentorship program, of my staff, of everything. But the reason why I'm able to invest and the reason why I was confident in my success is based on my new belief system that invested in my certification will help me get the best results for my clients, right? And then the results that my clients have, they'll send me more referrals, or I'll be more confident to show up and tell people about what I want about my business. And so that is the difference between your old belief system and your new business brain belief system. And so to set up your new belief system, we have to examine your old ones and then weaken that pathway. So going through the science behind going through these 10 questions that we're going through today is that we are going to weaken your old beliefs, and then you're going to replace them with new beliefs, and then you're going to act in accordance to your new belief system so you can strengthen those new neural pathways. And so as you're strengthening those new neural pathways in your brain with your emotions and your new habits, and then you're gonna get new evidence. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. It's hard, but it's not impossible. So you can do it easily with self-hypnosis if you decide to join me and Get Your Shift Together bootcamp. I'll teach you my method of self-hypnosis to help you really easily blast your beliefs. But today we can do it for free, and you can get started by walking through these 10 questions today. So hopefully you have a pen and pad or paper to start working on this and writing this down. The replay for this live will be available on Instagram if you're watching me on TikTok. So you can click my bio for the Instagram page so you can watch the replay if you have to go. But let's get started. And so once you start building your new belief system with more empowering beliefs, and you start acting in alignment with this new belief system, it's going to get stronger. And you can do this in 6 months, 9 months, and then you'll look back and you'll be a different person. You'll be the 6-figure entrepreneur. You'll be the 7-figure entrepreneur because you built a different brain. If you were to go to the future with hypnosis, you would meet your future self, and they would have basically a different mind and almost a different demeanor and different attitude, because they did the work to get to that successful place. And so they have this confidence that you may not have now. But with self-hypnosis, you can meet your future self and then reverse engineer the success. But if you want to do it yourself, you start by going through these 10 questions that we're going to go through today and start to interrogate your old belief system and weaken the foundation of that belief system so that you can easily switch over to the new belief system and strengthen that. Sure. So if you click the link in my bio, you'll get the Get Your Shift Together guide, and then you'll also be taken to a page to join Get Your Shift Together bootcamp. So in terms of becoming a client, I no longer offer one-on-one sessions just from the get-go. You have to first go through the Get Your Shift Together bootcamp or the Get Your Soul Together bootcamp. And then from there, you'll be invited to join Master Your Universe. That is my 8-week program working with people. So it's a hybrid of group hypnosis sessions and one-on-one sessions, because I don't like leaving things unfinished, including my clients' brains. So the boot camp each day is just 1 hour. It's just 1 hour the first week of February for 5 days. Give yourself this hour to just organize your mind, because after the boot camp, you're going to have your daily to do, what you do daily to train your brain, what you do monthly, what you do weekly to train your brain. So essentially the boot camp is for us to create your mental manual for success. So what you need and what your brain needs, because the thing is, you're unique. Your brain, no one has your brain, So different things are going to motivate you to do certain things in your business. Different things you're going to get different ideas, and you're going to run your business a different way than anyone else. We can have the same Shopify store, but the energy of my Shopify store is going to be different. There are a lot of hypnotherapists. If you hit Google, you can find a hypnotherapist, but no one does it like me. And so by understanding your brain and what motivates you and what works for you, that actually gets infused into your business. So competition doesn't really become a thing anymore for you. because people start to see you and in your business, and the energy of your business shifts, and the way you run it, the way you interact with your customers, the way that you interact with your clients, all of that is just different and unique to you. So once you put into place this new belief system and you start to act in accordance to it and strengthen that neural pathway, you are creating a new brain. And this brain will no longer get afraid, no longer fear success, no longer fear failure, no longer will be very confident in what they can do. And it just takes practice. Like how I'm able to just hop on here on live, I wouldn't have been able to do this 2 or 3 years ago. Like I would have never just hopped on Instagram live, let alone 2 different lives, TikTok and Instagram at the same time. I would have never thought I could do that. So, and I didn't even have the confidence really to start my own business. Like I always thought like I could only get money from working for someone, a 9-to-5. And that led me to feel really stressed out all the time. So when I first started my side hustle, when I was working 9-to-5, that's what, and continuing to do that, and that practice of seeing money come from another source, that's what gave me the confidence to leave and start my business. So be easy with yourself. No one wakes up and it's like that, you know? It takes practice. You're building a new brain for a new life experience. Even when people become, a great example is when people become parents. You know, even men, their brains change. When they're involved fathers, your brain changes. The level of hormones that are released, oxytocin, everything, it changes. Like your brain can really help you with your new life experience. And the reason why I focus on the brain is because the brain is the center of everything. This is your command center. So by mastering your brain, you master your mind. And then by mastering your mind, you master your emotions. And then by mastering your emotions, you master your body. And then the complete mastery is you being aligned with your soul. So the brain is just the start. It's like the domino effect that kicks it off. So let's go through the questions now that I gave you the background on why building your business brain is the key to making more money, the key to feeling confident, the key to actually feeling happy. Because I know a lot of my clients that come to me, they make multiple 6 figures and even 7 figures, but they were still unhappy because they still had the old brain of when they weren't making money and they were unhappy. So they were just used to being afraid and unhappy. So when the money in their bank account came, they still had the same patterns, the same programming running in their mind. So that's what causes you to end up self-sabotaging a lot of your success. Like if you think about your business now, or the success that you almost hit something, and then something happens or you do something to sabotage it, that's why you're still running those old programs. And if you do hit like your first 10K month or your first 100K month, but you don't feel different, or you feel like you don't deserve it, you feel imposter syndrome, that's also your brain running the same program. So by starting to train your brain and get rid of these limiting beliefs and build your business brain, you're going to be able to overcome fear, sadness, anxiety, and you're going to be able to overcome patterns of self-sabotage and imposter syndrome that have been keeping you from your success. So you're going to notice that you're going to be able to hit certain goals in your business much faster when you are able to start training your brain to do it. All right, so the first question is, what beliefs have held you back? Okay, yeah, so even if you don't have a business, it's the same thing. Your brain can help you really understand why you're unhappy in your 9 to 5. You know, what is it that you need in your 9 to 5 to make you happy? Or do you need another 9 to 5 that aligns with what would make you happy working 9 to 5? So what belief, what belief comes up in your mind now that is holding you back from your success in your business? Is it the belief that there is too much competition? That you can't hit 6 figures? That if you hit 6 figures, then you're just contributing to capitalism? That rich people are bad people, so you don't want to be a rich bitch? It won't profit. You feel like there's trying to sell products with no clients and also too much competition. And you've seen others that put a lot of work into their business, but they don't make any money, and you don't want to be that type of person. Okay. All right. Do any of you on Instagram want to share any of your beliefs with us? I'm going to pick one. That it'll never be enough for me. Money is great, but it doesn't always bring peace. Okay. That you won't have any more time. Money is for fancy people, and I'm not fancy. Okay. That what you want is too difficult. Okay. So you see that you all are not alone in your beliefs. So that everything will just come to me in divine timing. Okay. So that you're about to become a real estate broker and you're nervous because you're in a new city. All right. So these are definitely limiting beliefs. So let's work. I'm going to pick one let's pick the one that what I want is too difficult. I'm picking that one because I feel like that encapsulates all of our beliefs. Like, what you want is too difficult to have. So you have this belief that what you want is too difficult to have. Okay. Ask yourself, number 2, now ask yourself this question. That you don't meet the requirements. Okay, so now ask yourself this question, everyone. Why do you believe this? Why do you believe that you don't meet the requirements? Why do you believe that things won't just come to you in divine timing? Why do you believe that what others see in you, you can't seem to find? And so you lost your job and all your financial funding for your business. So what do you believe, that you're not going to be able to find another job, or that you're not going to be able to get funding for your business? Why do you believe that? Okay, so if you have no idea, if you were to know, what would be the reason? Did you see someone in your family go through this? Did a friend go through this? Did you watch a movie with someone where the plot was someone that was doing what you're doing went through this? Why do you believe this? A memory is going to come up now that I'm asking you this question. And now you know why you believe this. If you were to know, why do you believe this? Okay, so we have someone here on Instagram. My mom's messaging when I was growing up. There. So, society conditions us. Okay. All right. So, what I'm getting from you all now is that someone else had this belief and you witnessed it. right? Someone else had this belief and passed it on to you, either society or your mom or someone in your family. Someone passed this on to you, right? Now we know that this really isn't, oh, thank you. This really isn't your belief, right? So let's prove it wrong. So now we know why you believe this and that this isn't really yours. Let's try to find some evidence. 3, let's find evidence that proves this wrong. Okay? So let's start with 3 things that proves this belief wrong. That proves that making money is just for fancy, that is not just for fancy people. Do you know any non-fancy people that make money? Do you know any people that strive outside of their 9 to 5, or that work a 9 to 5 or are really happy? Or do you know any people that lost everything but were able to still get it back and more? Do you know anyone where they make money easily, or it seems like they make money easily? Let's get 3 pieces of evidence to prove this belief wrong. Okay, so now you have 3 pieces of evidence to prove this belief wrong. Now let's talk about what you missed out on because of this belief. Okay, so some of your coworkers are happy, but they have a family or they're debt-free. Okay, but you see that they're still happy though, so that's good evidence. All right, so everyone around you and their parents always hand it to them, and you live in your own shit and never comes easy. All right, so Kayla, that's okay, because most of my clients are self-made. Multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, with kids. So you can do this. It's motivating to be able to provide. Yes, it's okay. Because everyone is going to get to that destination of success. Some people are going to go there in a limo. Some people are going to be in a little Honda. It's okay as long as you get there, right? As long as you get there. All right, so now let's talk about what have you missed out on life because you have this belief. What have you missed out on? Have you missed out on, charging more for your services, or going to certain conferences because you felt like fancy people were there, or you didn't attempt to hit a certain goal or do certain things because you thought that it was too difficult? So what has this belief made you miss out on in life? Hey everyone, just joining on TikTok. This is going to be, I'm also on Instagram Live, so the replay will be available. This is the Get Rid of Your Limiting Beliefs workshop. So we're going through the 10 questions. Yes, in the Honda CR-V, we are still on the road to success. Success is a journey. It's not a ladder. Okay? You want the security of a 9 to 5 because that's all you know. And that's okay. But think about the 9 to 5. You can always work a night. There's so many jobs out there. Is this the job that you love? And is it because you want a family or you want no debt to make you happier in the job? Because if you want less debt, then, you can start thinking of a side hustle, or you can start thinking of ways that you can get a raise at the job. You want freedom. Yes. All right, so you've missed out on freedom because of this belief. Now that you've addressed what you missed out on in life, ask yourself now, is there any truth to this belief? Is there any real truth to this belief? Or is it just your experience? Then I want you to ask yourself, what if we snapped our fingers and we got rid of this belief? How different would your life be without the belief that this is difficult, without the belief that your job isn't satisfying, without the belief that because you have to do it yourself, you're not going to be able to do it? What would happen? How would your life be? Yeah. So, working 9 to 5 isn't bad. Like when I was working 9 to 5, I ended up finding a job that I really liked. I worked in tech sales. And so you make a lot of money and, you get to talk to interesting people. So it might be time for maybe a career change. But, for my practice, I focus on people that are in management. So I do work with people that work 9 to 5, but they're usually in management or they want to become VP or CEOs of their companies. And then I work with entrepreneurs that are trying to hit 6 figures or multiple 6 figures this year. So we get rid of any of those beliefs that are keeping you from really going for things. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm glad you stayed up. So if you snap your fingers, you could actually go to work happy, collected, and work harder. All right, so you all see that this belief that isn't really yours, right? And there's evidence that proves it wrong. And that if you got rid of it, your life would be a lot easier. So what are you afraid of? What's making you hold on to this belief? What are you afraid of? Why can't you just let this belief go then? And then think about what you're doing to contribute to this belief. What are you doing to keep this belief in motion? For example, when I was when I first started my practice, I said to myself, I get the worst clients. I said, I get the worst clients. I get the most difficult clients. And I would perpetuate this belief by taking on everyone and anyone that was interested in working with me. So I wouldn't say no to people. Yeah, habit. Exactly. It's a habit. So I didn't really have any boundaries in place to prevent unaligned clients from coming into my practice. So I would take every call. I would just take whoever wanted to work with me. So you are afraid of getting fired, being homeless, and never having a family because of this belief. So now, because you have this fear, you have this fear of losing something, right? Motivation is really either you are running away from something or you're running towards something. If you are running away from something and you're going to a job or you're running a business because you want to run away from corporate, you are not going to enjoy running your business. You are not going to enjoy your job. Just, running away from something, that type of motivation is draining and is why you're unhappy. So you need to shift it. You need to shift the belief that you're running your business and shift the belief that you're in your job, because it allows you to do certain things. When you shift your motivation from, running away towards something, like running this business makes me happy. And so you are afraid of seeing clients and them suing you or spreading a bad word about your business. So it's important then that you put things in place to make sure that you get aligned clients. And so when I started my practice, I perpetuated this belief that I get the worst clients by taking anyone and everyone. Once I stopped helping prove this belief right, I shifted my belief. I say, I actually get the most aligned clients. I love my clients. I would want them to come to my wedding. And so I started to say no to people, or I don't have consultations for my business. And even now it's hard. You can't get a one-on-one session with me. You either have to, oh, thank you. You either have to go through my boot camp, and then you have to go through the application process before you are actually seated in front of me to work with me. So by the time you come in front of me, I know that you are an aligned client and that you see that you want to work with me. So now my clients get the best results, and I love my clients because I stopped doing the thing that helped me perpetuate the belief that I had bad clients. So if you're afraid of people thinking you're not experienced enough or knowledgeable enough about your prices, it's really a reflection about how you feel about your knowledge and experience. So what price do you feel encompasses your knowledge and experience? You need to feel aligned with your pricing, because that's comes off when you talk about it to people online, when you present it to someone on a call or anything. Like, I'm confident about the results I'm able to give my clients, so I'm confident about my prices. And oftentimes too, for my boot camps, my 5-day boot camp, I know it's a steal. I know it's a deal for what you get. So I'm happy to always tell people about it. If people want to work with me one-on-one, but they can't afford it, the boot camp is excellent for you, because in the boot camp, you take everything that's in your head now, everything that is bothering you, we take it out of your head and onto paper, and then we organize it. So then you see clearly what your personal path to success is. And then we're able to install that into your subconscious, because I'm going to teach you self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis is how I'm able to master my ADHD when it comes to business. I was able to beat anxiety and depression, and how I'm able to focus on my income goals. Because mastering my brain and my mind is the key to mastering my business and my behavior and how I show up. So going through these questions that we're going through is how you're going to find out what's aligned for you. So now that you have to figure out what habit you're doing to perpetuate this belief. Then number 9 is, what would you have? Yeah. So I noticed that I would get these amazing ideas, and then I wouldn't follow through for some reason. I realized it wasn't the belief aspect, but it was my focus and my ADHD, how it was affecting me in my business. So self-hypnosis has been really key in helping me with the executive dysfunction. So when I have to start a project, like if I have to have my and hiring people helps me too, but like if I have to redesign my website, set up a sales page for a new program, anything, workbooks, client emails, all of that, using self-hypnosis takes me to the end. So I see the website, I see the program, I see whatever, and then my brain has experienced it. So I'm able to essentially reverse engineer it in my mind. And so that helps me get over that. Yes, check it out. I will have the replay available for you. Good night. Thank you for joining me. And so this next question, shiny object syndrome, and lose interest too quickly. So also when you do self-hypnosis, it helps you with your motivation because you're already at the end goal. And then you continuously do the self-hypnosis, so you're able to get that dopamine hit that you need when you have ADHD. You need that dopamine hit. So that helps me avoid shiny object syndrome too, because I had that a lot. So when people ask me to do certain things, I'm able to say no. Or when I think of an idea, I'll put it on my calendar to review. But doing self-hypnosis helps give me that dopamine hit that I need, so I don't fall off track. All right, so 9. This is the second to last question. What do you have to give up? What would you have to give up if you overcame this belief? And the reason why this question is important, because a lot of times we hold on to these beliefs because of secondary gain. So holding on to this belief that you can't make money allows you to be the friend that no one asks for money, perhaps, allows you allows you to have more time to do. You feel like running a successful business, you won't have a lot of time, for example. Yeah, it's really just focus. I noticed that my focus was really bad with running it was easier when I was working in corporate because I had to schedule, and then I got used to that schedule. But when you start your business, you kind of create your own schedule. So if you have ADHD, you're gonna be like, I'm just gonna smell my roses, I'm just gonna look at this flower instead, or I'm just gonna focus on my Instagram template or something for the day versus actually creating webinar slides or something. So look at what you have to give up if you overcame this belief. And if you want more structure for this, the link to the guide is in my bio. You can download it. It's free. And then you'll get an email every day for 7 days to help you start to get your shift together. And then the last question is, what would you gain if you gave up this belief? Yeah, you definitely have to stop caring about the opinions of others. And so the last question is, what would you gain? So going through these 10 questions for each of your beliefs and the blocks will help you start to unravel that belief that's blocking you. And then next is to install the new empowering beliefs. Yeah, start answering them. This replay is going to be available on my Instagram, IGTV, if you on TikTok want to check it out if you're just joining us. Or you could just click the link in the bio and get the guide and start working on it, and you'll get the email and everything to walk you through. So that is it. And so this whole process, it could be simplified and just installed into your subconscious mind with hypnosis. So you can do it consciously and start working on it and train yourself subconsciously, or we can do it all subconsciously and knock it out with self-hypnosis. So if you want to learn self-hypnosis, you can join me and get your shift together. You can download the free guide, and then you'll get an invitation to join me and get your shift together bootcamp. And it's the first week of February for 5 days, February 1st to 5th, for 5 days for just 1 hour a day. We're going to address every area of your life, because people try to separate their personal life, their health, and everything from their business, but it's all connected. Everything is connected. How, if you're healthy, if you're happy, it shows up in your bank account. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Yeah. And so with the Get Your Shift Together Bootcamp is going to basically take everything out of your head onto paper. We'll reorganize it, and then we'll find out what you really want. What do you really want? And then with self-hypnosis, we'll install into your subconscious, and your subconscious will help you. Your subconscious is meant to serve you. You won't feel alone with your subconscious mind on board. So that is why I feel confident doing whatever and running through this. Yeah, definitely. You're welcome. You're so welcome. So I'll be going live every day till like Thursday, because this is part 2 of building your business brain. So you can join me tomorrow for part 3. I'm not gonna say what time. I'll let you know like an hour ahead before I go live, but it's gonna be in the evening, most likely like 5 or 6 Eastern Standard Time, US. I'll go live tomorrow, but you know how I roll. You know how I roll. Like if I will definitely go live every day, but we'll figure out the time. It'll most likely be in the evening, when I'm chilling and relaxed. But the trainings that we're doing, we are building your business brain. So just if you follow me and if you work with me for this week, you can start working and building your business brain for free. So answer those questions, get the free guide, link in my bio. You'll get the emails to keep you on board and on track. And then you'll have the lives to also ask me questions as you're working through the guide. All right, everyone. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. All right, good night. Do, 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 do.